Hey guys, what's up? It's Terror Dog, and welcome back to Ace Combat 5. If you've missed any of my prior uploads, I highly suggest you go back and watch them and get yourself all caught up so you know what's going on in this 100% campaign. Alright. And go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss anything.
Despite the hectic mood among the staff at HQ, the start of the briefing was delayed. But the weary pilots, knowing full well that they must force their exhausted bodies back into the air once the order was given, weren't the slightest bit disturbed by the delay.
Hey, what are you writing there?
I just can't remember this next phrase.
Here, let me see.
Hey! The princess couldn't feed the dove that day. She was too sick.
May I take a look?
Rosgrees. The demon of Rosgrees got her, right?
You know the story?
The demon from the North Sea. I remember. My grandma used to tell me bedtime stories about it. And every time she did, I'd be too scared to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Settle down, people.
I knew a little about that famous legend, too. When history witnesses a great change, Rosgrees reveals itself, first as a dark demon. As a demon, it uses its power to rain death upon the land, and then it dies. However, after a period of slumber, Rosgrees returns.
Gentlemen! Excuse me, Colonel. This is an absolutely vital mission to us. As the staff advisor sent from Central HQ for this effort, I'd like to explain it myself. The Osean Army is planning a vast offensive with the ultimate objective of occupying the capital of Yuktobania. If this operation succeeds, it will end the war in very short order. However, the Yuktobanians have attacked our beachhead with ballistic missiles from the Rimfaxi, a Sinfaxi-class submersible carrier stationed in the icy waters of Rosgrees Straits. Fortunately, our ground forces had already completed attack preparations, so despite the missile attack, the offensive began as planned. Nevertheless, we must neutralize the threat of another Rimfaxi missile attack on our ground forces.
We have a single chance to stage a successful air attack on the underwater carrier Rimfaxi. Our passive sonar has detected a transport submarine that we believe is headed for the Rimfaxi. We believe the transport sub's mission is to supply the Rimfaxi with missiles. Based on its course and speed, we've calculated its rendezvous time with the Rimfaxi. By amazing coincidence, it is precisely the same time as the 0 hour of our ground attack. At this time, the Rimfaxi will have to surface to restock its missiles. At that exact moment, ingress at low altitude to avoid detection, launch a surprise attack, and sink the Rimfaxi. Once surfaced, it only takes the Rimfaxi 1 minute to rig for an emergency dive. If your approach is detected, you will only have 1 minute to complete your attack on the Rimfaxi.
Now keep in mind, there won't be any support from Arkbird this time around. This mission rests solely on your shoulders. The entire ground offensive is relying on this first surprise attack, so don't disappoint us. I want you to turn the icy Rosgrees Straits into the enemy's graveyard.
Alright, so here we go again with another surface attacking mission. Now, if you might recall from Mission 9, the Lit Fuse mission, where we stormed the Bastok Peninsula in a YA-10, I've already finished filling up the kill rate bars for all of the attackers that unlock new stuff that have a kill rate bar to be filled. However, the one thing that I overlooked was the F-16. You see, yes, the F-16 is designated as a fighter, but as I said way earlier in this series, you really kind of had to think about it. Well, what special weapon does it carry? Why does a fighter carry a bomb? I'm going to use that as an attacker instead. Besides, it's not that fast, and its mobility isn't that great anyway either. So it really is. Heck, even look at its stats. Look at its stats. Its air-to-ground rating is almost double its air-to-air rating. This plane knows that it's supposed to be an attacker, even though it's designated as a fighter. Or something like that. However, before I go and jump into all 4 F-16s for this mission, we also have to note that the F-15C and the Su-27 take incredibly long times to fill their kill rate bars. Okay, actually the Su-27 is almost done, and the F-15C will take a little longer. Right, you can't tell just by looking because the bar is the same size, but you know, think of it like, you know, an RPG sort of game where you have to level up characters and stuff. It's kind of the same thing, right? The F-15 takes more points to fill up that bar than the Su-27, and then the planes that the Su-27 unlocks, that next one that unlocks the last thing, takes quite a lot of points to fill that bar as well. These 2 planes are pretty much the bane of this run. They take the longest out of anything else. Really, the only reason the F-16 takes so long is because it's so crappy that there's only a few missions where I could use it effectively. And in most missions where it could be used effectively, the F-18C ends up getting used early on. But really, like, they have similar stats in terms of speed and mobility and the number of missiles they carry, so they're almost kind of sort of the same plane. It's complicated. But anyway, all that aside, here we go. So I'm going to take an F-16.
Please choose my plane.
Now Edge, she's going to go back in the F-15C.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Chopper will stay in the F-16.
Captain, which plane should I use?
And Archer will go back to the Su-27.
I'm not sure about this formation's air-to-ground capabilities. Do you still want to go ahead and launch?
And now, everyone's going to get all upset because we're using a crappy plane like the F-16. But we gotta do it. We gotta fill up that kill rate bar. There's no other way. There's no other way. I'm not going to go back to grinding, right? We did all the grinding we have to do, I think. Okay, like there's maybe one last plane that we'll have to grind, but that's way later. We don't have to worry about that now. But it's not going to be this plane. Let's go.
Dog, launch.
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refueling. 1 mile to refueling craft. 100 yards to go. Perfect, Blaze. Commencing refueling.
Alright, let's go. We're going to start off
Stay at low altitude and fly towards the submarine fleet.
max aggression.
Flying above 1,000 feet. We can't risk having our surprise attack detected.
So I'm using the attack command to make sure everyone flies fast. They try to keep up more next to me rather than behind me.
Commencing combat procedures shortly. Maintain radio silence.
And then I'm just going to authorize the special weapon because why not? So naturally, Edge is going to keep up with me because she has a faster plane. Archer's going to lag behind because reasons. Chopper's going to lag behind because he has the same plane as I do, and so he can't keep up with me Yeah. Because that's how it works.
This is Lieutenant Colonel Mitchell, the advisor to HQ. That picket submarine just set off an enemy detection notice. The Rimfaxi's gonna dive in 1 minute. Attack immediately. Hey,
All right.
I'm gonna start talking now.
Now, because the F-16 is so slow, I will not have time to kill that third sub and then the Rimfaxi before it dives. So that's the main reason why I would not normally use this plane in this mission. However, at this point, I might as well use it.
Damage status on enemy sub unknown.
Those bastards are diving. This is Submarine Squadron Command.
It would be very convenient if they could shoot at that sub that I damaged, but I guess it's not going to happen.
Taking a large-scale offensive. Attack the enemy forces with long-range missiles from the Rimfaxi. Urgent. Transmitting target coordinates. This is Rimfaxi. We cannot comply. We are unable to launch missiles underwater due to battle damage. What's the point of your existence in the
Alright, and I should be able to hit this one as well.
Hurry up before they overrun our allies. Emergency surface. Grab onto
So yeah, we lose out quite a bit just for having a slower plane. That's 2 or 3 subs that I'm not able to kill because of just not being fast. Because of having a plane that's slow. Alright, so immediately I'm going to switch my wingmen to cover so that they do not shoot at the Rimfaxi because I don't want to kill it yet. I need to pad out my score first. And now we're going to go after the UAVs.
Real-time on tracker satellite. Time your attack to hit the Rimfaxi when it surfaces. Sink it before it deals any more damage to our ground forces with its missiles.
Well, that would have been a nice lucky shot if it had hit. Now I had to fire missiles to try and keep it from running away. Well, I gunned it down. Okay, here we go.
Good thing there's no big bird shooting at us from the sky like before. Roger that. I guess we'll just have to get this
Gonna double tap this guy and then gun down the sub before it dives. Alright. Rimfaxi has submerged, so we can switch to attack mode. 1 missile hit. Alright, get that kill. Thank you.
Sink the Rimfaxi and those burst missiles will go away too.
As far as I can tell, these extra submarines, when and where they spawn, seems to be RNG. So, alright, I'm gonna switch back to cover.
Roger.
All hands, take your positions. Make your country proud. Don't disgrace this ship.
Now, if I had kept track of which way I'm facing, okay, I'm facing away, I'm going to turn back towards it. Ideally, I would be switching my command depending on whether I'm facing away or toward the Rimfaxi. So now I can see everyone's attacking this UAV. So that's great. Now instead, Rimfaxi's diving, so now it doesn't matter. And I now have the score I'm looking for to get the S rank. So now we're just gonna all attack the Rimfaxi as soon as I have a visual on it. I should have it on radar soon. There it is. Oh, I took some serious damage from that sub's machine gun fire. I do not want to get hit again from that. No, we definitely want to stick together and destroy it. It's diving again. Alright.
Bandits in gun range. Let's shoot them all down and show the enemy captain who's boss.
Rimfaxi submerging.
Approaching gun range. Fox 2.
Firing! The captain's missile impacted the target.
Alright. Nice.
Down.
Just shooting at whatever I can shoot at right now. I'm waiting for Rimfaxi to surface again.
Bandits in gun range. Fox 2.
The captain's missile impacted.
Oh, this one's almost dead.
Rimfaxi has broken the surface. Commence
I really want this one to die, though. Oh, there it is. Cool. That's very convenient. It's on the way.
approaching gun range. Missile hit. Special weapons fire running low. They might think they snuck up on us, but they're dead wrong. All this damage from 4 planes? How is this possible? What the hell's going on? Are the Oceans using some kind of black magic? I can't stand how HQ treats us like errand boys.
The Rimfaxi's got a barrier picking submarines.
And that's why I waited before using that last bomb, because I knew it was going to dive again at any time. Alright, back to cutting the UAVs.
The Rimfaxi is diving.
See, I just don't have quite enough firepower to do a lot of damage at one time.
The Rimfaxi has stopped its dive. We've damaged it.
I guess mental toughness plays a big part in battles like these. It's all about
Alright, now get nice and close. There we go.
The Rimfaxi's taken a fair amount of damage too.
Nice. Oh, that was awesome. Alright.
Soon to about 5,000 feet. Blaze, release weapon.
The captain is out of special weapons reserve.
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting now. What's the matter? I thought this was the world's best fleet. I know. I'm not gonna let them fly up there for long. Locked on.
Alright, we're gonna do single missiles at the rest of these red targets. These targets that are almost dead. Good, because that seems to be all it takes to kill them at this point.
Enough with the demon stories.
Sweet, I just dummy launched that into the AA gun and it died.
She's firing missiles at close range.
Alright. What we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the speed up so that if I have to climb again to avoid the burst missile, I can.
10 seconds to impact. 5, 4, 3, 2, bursting now. Damn it! How can 4 planes change the tide of the war? This is Colbana 8. Flooding severe. Abandoning ship. Don't dive into the ocean. You won't last half an hour. 0 missiles left in reserve.
Alright, here we go. Just gotta gun this thing down.
That's a fighter jet. Rimfaxi launching burst missile.
Attacking again. Heads up for enemy missiles.
Lower hull flood spreading. It's finished. We can't save them. 10 seconds to impact.
Thought I would try one more pass. Come on, get there, get up there.
Bursting now. Look, the Osprey story was true. Geez, you guys still believe in that? That's just a tall tale. Well, how do you explain all this damage? I tell you, they're demons. Continue transmitting
Just die already, please.
time.
This is why I did not want to use the F-16 before for this mission.
Rimfaxi launching burst missile.
Come on.
Jeez, will you just stop with the missiles already?
This is starting to look more like a casual play at this point.
Seconds to
Oh well. Can't do anything about it. It behaved much nicer in testing, I can tell you that much.
Rimfaxi's attacks are useless against the Rosgreaves. They're just airplanes. You shoot them and they crash. Hasn't the captain left the control room yet?
Guys, please attack it.
All hands abandon ship.
This took long because I had to finish it off myself. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna keep special weapons allowed because those UAVs may still be out there, and if they are, they could technically still kill me.
Someone's trying to tell us that our time is up.
Alright, despite all this mess, I promise I got some good kill rates on every plane involved.
The surprise attack on the Rimfaxi was a success, and the carrier has sunk to the bottom of the Rosgreaves Straits. The threat from the northern sea has disappeared, and the Osean forces are on the offensive against Yuktobania.
Alright, let's see that kill rate. Very nice. Alright, I wasn't really paying much attention to the F-15 and the SU-27, but they should have gone up a little bit, like a few pixels. But the F-16 is already almost done. So, yeah. That's gonna do it for today's video after this cutscene.
The ace pilots who sunk the enemy submarines are right over there. And I'm the person you want to interview now?
No, it's not that. It's just that I heard you used to be a fighter pilot yourself.
I just fly freight planes for the maintenance crews now. The captain, Captain Bartlett that is, said it was time for an old man like me to quit trying to compete with the young guys. Talk about a lack of respect.
Where did you meet Captain Bartlett?
We were both shot down and we bailed out behind enemy lines in the last war. We got through the bullet-ridden battlefield and made it back to the Allied front line. I tell you, it was tough getting the Army to believe we were on their side.
Shot down? You two?
Hey, it was a long time ago. Everyone makes mistakes, right?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way. Even if you're not flying with those pilots, your age and experience provide a lot of support for all of them. I just wanted to tell you that. I've seen that you really listen to what they say, and you always have helpful suggestions for them.
Well, thank you.
I think they're all going to need you, now more than ever.
I'll do what I can.
These people, it's like they're walking on a tightrope that could snap at any second. They're going to reach their breaking point sooner or later.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to save this here. Here, actually. That was a heck of a thing right there. That's why I don't like using the F-16 on some of these later missions, because it doesn't have enough ammo, and then that happens. And so it's not fast. But, well, yeah, oh well. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.